We have identified some common errors that happen in Blackboard courses, so we're going to discuss them today. The purpose of this training is to make you aware of a lot of the errors that we have found in Blackboard courses and to provide you with what you need to avoid them. One thing we often see is that instructors don't identify themselves. Be sure that you fill out the instructor information section in your course so your students know who you are and how to contact you. Include your supervisor's contact information in case there's some discrepancy between you and your student that cannot be resolved, or if the student can't reach you for some reason or says that they cannot reach you. If you are not sure about your supervisor contact information, you can find it at the DEET website under the Faculty Resources quick link. Next, we're going to discuss course delivery date and method. The image below shows you what you will see the first time your course is copied for you. You're given 4 options for the delivery. It includes not a self-paced course, it is a self-paced course, it's a blended course, or it's a face-to-face course. So select the one that applies to your particular course and delete the others. We also would like for you to indicate your start and end dates for your course. And if you've got multiple sections, be sure and tell the students how they can distinguish between one section and the other so you know when a student contacts you which course they're talking about. This is just a reminder of what you need to do. Be sure to select the appropriate course delivery method on syllabus page 2 and indicate the course start and end date. Next, we have assignments and course schedule. This is on syllabus page 2 as well. Be sure and fill out your major assignments. Describe what they are, and then in the schedule of assignments, list them by lesson and put the due dates. If your course happens to be self-paced, we recommend that you change this to recommended due dates or suggested due dates and explain to your students that this is just to guide them to ensure that they stay on track and are able to finish the course by the end of the course. Here's a list of what we expect. List and describe your major assignments. Complete the schedule of assignments. Be sure and use the table as it is. It's ADA compliant when it's given to you, which means that it can be read by screen readers. If you create a table in Word or something like that, or don't use a table at all, then it isn't readable by screen readers. For self-paced courses, change the due date to recommended due date. Maintain ADA compliance of all of the tables in your course, and check all dates throughout the course for consistency. The next thing you'll see on syllabus page 2 is exam information. Describe your exams and again fill out the table with whether or not references are allowed, what the time limit is. We recommend that an exam lasts no longer than 2 hours, and put the dates and where they can find the exams. Be sure to indicate a window for dates because many of our students have full-time jobs, they have a family, many are in the military, and so it's very difficult for them to take an exam on one particular day. And for your convenience, here's a summary of what we just discussed. Complete the exam information table and check each exam for availability on the dates indicated in the table, availability window for several days, and the correct time limit. Still on syllabus page 2, we have the course grade, and under that we have the course grade calculation. Please itemize the major components in your course. You may tell what they are, like if it's essays or discussion boards or whatever, and either the points or the percentages. We have found that points are appear to be more easily understood by the students, but you can use one or the other. Indicate the total, points or percentages. The total percentage, of course, should add up to 100%. Under that, there is the course guide calculation, and this is a restatement of the standard CTC grading policy that is in the catalog. It's based on 1,000. If your total points for your course differ from 1,000, you're going to have to adjust the point ranges on this table. Again, consistency is important. You need to make sure that your points that you have on syllabus page 2 correspond with what is on the grade book. And so you can check this by going to the grade book, select Manage up here at the top of the grade book. And once you get Manage, you're going to select Column Organization. This shows you the column organization screen. There's some stuff up at the top, but this is the important part you want to look at to compare your points. All major items will have points. Notice that it also lists the total that are available for everything listed here. And just be sure that that does agree with what you have put on syllabus page 2. In summary, ensure that component and total points and percentages on the Blackboard gradebook are the same as on the course grade table, and we just showed you how to do that. Check the course grade calculation table for compliance with the CTC grading policy. Exams are usually a major portion of your course. In many courses, that's what the majority of the grade is based on. So now we're going to show you how you can edit your exams. Go to an exam, and at the chevron, you're going to click on it, and you'll see this drop-down table. We're going to look at Edit this test, or Edit the test, and Edit the test options. This is the Edit the test screen. It allows you, if you click the little chevron up at the top, to provide a description and instructions. It also shows you the total number of questions you have and the total number of points for the exam. Again, all of this, especially the total points, should agree with everything we have discussed to this point. On this page, you can select questions, you can indicate the points you want them to have, you can do random block. There's a number of different things that you can do on the Edit the Test page. Select Edit Test to provide a description and instructions for the test, to review the test, and to choose or edit questions and designate points. We also have Edit the Test options, and the screen itself is very long, so I have split it up into a number of different images and slides. So I'm going to show you the different parts of it. It starts out with the test options, and the first part is the test information. It gives you the name, and it'll provide a description of the test. Notice that you can also select availability. You can make it available to the students, and if you like, you can add an announcement for the test. You can determine if you want multiple attempts. Usually for an exam, you only have one chance, and so you would not select multiple attempts. But if you do select multiple attempts, you can choose between unlimited attempts or a number of attempts. If you have multiple attempts, you can select various ways for the scoring to include the last graded attempt, the highest score. You can look in your own course and see the different options that are available. Forced completion, we normally do that with an exam so that they are within the time limit. And you can set the timer. 120 minutes would be the 2 hours. You can set it for however long you want the test to be available to the student when they start taking it. On this screen, we're looking at test availability exceptions. You can use this to allow access only by certain people, and also you can indicate due dates if you like. Still on the edit test options, we can have self-assessment options, and we can show whether we want to include the results in the grade book for it to count. Um, we can also determine if we want the test results and feedback to show up for the students. We do recommend that you select this because tests can be a learning experience for students if they can see which ones they missed. And if they can see what they've missed, they may try to correct that so that in the future they remember. But that's up to you. But this is where you would do that. This is the last screenshot I have of the edit the test options. Uh, this shows you again the test results and feedback to students and also the test presentation. Most faculty choose all at one time. That is faster loading than if you do it question by question. So if time is of the essence, you may want to choose that one. You can choose one at a time where each question is displayed. And you can prevent backtracking if you don't want them to look back at questions. You can also randomize your questions at this screen. We covered a lot in these last few slides, but basically this is what we pointed out. You can select test options to show or edit test description and test instructions, and to set test availability to include attempts, forcing completion, a timer, display dates, test results and feedback, and the presentation of the questions. Finally, if you have questions, you can refer to the faculty quick link at the DEET website. You can contact your supervisor, or you can contact DEET staff. And here are two email addresses for you. One is course.support@ctcd.edu, and the other is de.techsupport@ctcd.edu.